Hi everyone, my name is Mrs. God. You can call me Barbara if you like. So, I was doing some study and I heard God say this to me. I think maybe somebody needs to hear this, okay? So, God was saying to me that we should not seek to have approval from people that we are in relationships with, okay? I don't know where this is coming from. Probably, as I'm saying, somebody might need this message. So, what actually he meant here is, if you're a lady, for example, you might be somebody who, well, let me come from this area. If you look at the social media right now, you see that there are a lot of women, posting videos of themselves here and there, trying to work out themselves, posting the pictures of their butt, their breasts, like, we have nudity and all of that all over social media now. And if you ask yourself this question, why are these people doing this? It's because most of them are looking for approval. Some of them might say, oh, I'm a model, or I'm a this. You might give different excuses, but most of it is because they're seeking to have approval from people. Okay, your motive might be different, but as I'm saying, the underlying motive here for most of them is wanting someone to know, let them know how valuable they are, especially using their body as a commodity. Okay, so if you yourself, you don't know how valuable you are, if you don't know how beautiful you are, if you don't know how much of quality you have as a being, you might fall victim of the social media where you're always posting yourself, trying to look for the number of likes that you have, trying to look at the comment section to see which people are saying you look beautiful, wow, sexy, what, like all those comments. You'll be trying to look for that. And if you post a picture and you don't have anyone liking it, or you just have 2 or 3 people liking it, you'd realize that you might feel very down. And so you're looking for other ways to get people's attention. But God today is telling us that do not seek approval from people, because the word of God says that you were wonderfully, you were beautiful, you were magnificently made by God in his own image and likeness. So no matter how you look, if your eyes are big or small, your nose is big or what, your mouth, whatever thing, if you have a flat ass, you have a big ass, if you have small breasts, big, however you were made uniquely by God, and God had a purpose for which he created you that way. Okay, God had a purpose for which he created that way. So if anyone, your spouse, your partner, whoever makes you feel like you're not enough, and maybe the person might be, seeking some kind of, trying to fill some kind of thirst from, women on social media and all that. If you are the wife or or if you're the husband or whatever kind of relationship you have with them, do not be, how do I say, do not feel inadequate because of their, weaknesses. Okay, some of these people that usually do this is because they have some kind of weaknesses and have some kind of thirst they need to fill. But just value however you look. If you're a guy and your woman makes you feel like you're not tall enough, or you're not, buff enough, or you need 6 packs, and she's always, commenting about how some man looks nice, or you don't have, that thing, what's it called? In Ghana, we call it 5'5". I don't know how you guys call it here, like those sideburns here. In Ghana, we call it 5'5". So if you don't have the sideburns or you don't have beard, I've seen some guys who are so, insecure about the fact that they don't have beard, so they have all this beard cream trying to make themselves look like, they have some beard going, and that's where they have some confidence. If you're a guy, your hair doesn't grow in a wavy form, and you see guys who are having all those waves, and you feel like your hair goes, more coiled up, just appreciate who you are and love the way you look, and make it look beautiful. Make yourself look outstanding, no matter who you are or what you look like. God loves you the way you are, and trust me, there's somebody out there that will appreciate you the way you are. So do not seek approval from people, especially on social media. I believe that social media is a place where, it was made purposely for us to connect with people, our loved ones, our friends, for us to share information. It was a platform that probably was made with good intention. But right now, people have taken away that motive, and they've made a platform where they show themselves to the world so that they can get number of likes. People can tell them how beautiful they are, how big their butt is, how big their breast is, how beautiful their complexion is. It's now become a place where people are seeking approval. And if you look at that, people, most of these people are people that are empty, they don't have any value, or they don't see themselves having any other value apart from what their bodies, So you realize that most of the time somebody might not have a particular shape, or when a person has that particular shape, all of a sudden the person wants to be posting and showing all of those things on social media just for people to see that, oh, I've also arrived, and that is where they seek approval from. But if you go deeply into their closet, you realize that these are people that are broken. If you take that social media aspect of their life from them, they are probably empty. You don't have anything. So instead of looking for ways for people to love you because of the way you look, or trying to adjust your body in such a way that people will accept you, just focus on how much value can I place on myself as a human being. Because if you're going to be following these trends, trust me, today what is trending is big breasts. That means you're going to have all these surgeries to also enlarge your breasts. Tomorrow the trend will change. It's going to be big butts. Then that means you're going to do all this BBL. Another time is thin waist. You're going to be also doing all this. Another time is going to be skinny arm. You're going to do all this. Another time is going to be big nostrils. You're going to do it. Another time your mouth is going to be enlarged. That means that you yourself, you're just not enough. You don't feel enough. You don't feel confident about yourself. You don't even feel like you were just beautiful. Like all these people that do these things, you can tell who they are. You can tell how they think of themselves. Okay, so don't follow the trend. Just be you. Okay, you're beautiful. You're different. You are one of a kind. No matter how you look, never let anyone make you look like you're not the best of yourself. You're the best version that ever existed and will ever exist. No matter how your features look like, know that there's somebody out there who will appreciate you. God even appreciates you the more. Add value to yourself. If you look at most of the people that are world leaders and all of that, how many of them are so stunning? How many of them are like models? How many of them have all this big butt, big breasts, big this, big that? How many of them? Yet we look up to them and we call them the high profiles and all of that, and we want to be like them. Okay, how many of them are focusing on their... It's not about this. They're focusing on what they have here, and that's what takes them to wherever they're supposed to be. So if you're that kind of person who is always posting just to get people's approval and all of that, well, kudos, and I hope that you get what you're looking for. But if you're also being influenced by that kind of behavior, kindly sit down with yourself, reflect, and then know that you will go nowhere with that. Add value to yourself, because when you do have value, add value to yourself, no one is going to even care how you look like. No one cares. Your eye can be closed, you can have your nose here or wherever, but if you have that much of value in society, people will look at that thing like, wow, with all of this you were able to become this, and you are the one that is admired, genuinely admired, not for days, not for weeks, or not for a couple of years, but for the entire year, the rest of your years on earth, you'll be celebrated and all of that. But look at these people that are always putting themselves out there and putting themselves out as products. With time, they are nowhere to be found. They are nowhere to be found. You can admire somebody, hey, this person has big this, but for how long? That person, somebody else will come with a bigger something, or your trend, your fashion, whatever thing that you are having trending at that point, will lose its value with time, and another thing is going to come. So that means that you're not always going to be trending the way you think that you should be. Okay, and you lose yourself as well. So today God is telling us that quit this social media, quit putting yourself out there as a commodity or a product on social media, because your body is a temple of the Spirit of God. Use your social media for something profitable, things that will impact people. Learn and become something productive that people will look up to and be blessed, instead of showing yourself out to the world like, hey, this is me, I've got big that, I've got big this, I've got big that, I'm beautiful, I have this kind of... It won't take you anywhere. It won't take you, you just have people hailing, yay, wow, blazing, and they have the fire, sexy. and then it solved your problems, and then it ended your depression, and then it's you know, it did all of those things that you'll be looking for in life. Mind you, you better quit that kind of lifestyle and start seeking approval from God and not man. Okay? God bless you guys, and share it if it helped you or it's, you know, made some sense to you. Don't forget to subscribe as well. Love you guys, and later.